Yeah, today I'd like to talk about children. Um, I've never really had any children of my own. Well, none that I know of, at least. No one's coming to claim. But I love children. I love kids. I love playing with kids. And those days, younger, when my nephews and nieces were younger, I used to love playing with them. You know, I go over to my brother's place. I play with the children down there. All the funny games and making all the funny noises and animal sounds and so on. Until one child spills a drink on the carpet, the other one pulls the other one's hair and she's crying away, and that's when I'm like, okay, thank you, bye bye, I'm gone. I just want the fun stuff. But even my sister's kids, when they were small and I was living with mom and dad, and they would get dropped off when my sister goes to work, and my two nephews, they just loved playing in my room, and they come straight into my room and they start playing with this and playing. So I had to come up with the concept of, I don't want them touching all the other stuff. I don't know what they're going to do to it. So I made up the story of how I had a zebra under the bed. They had no idea what a zebra was, but I had a zebra under the bed, and if the zebra came out, it might bite them. So they had to stay on the bed. So that way I had them on the bed all the time. They couldn't get off the bed. Every time they were about to get out, hey, zebra coming, and they squeal and run and jump back into the corner of the bed down there. And we had fun. But it's funnily enough, because about 6 months ago I met up with my nephew, and we're talking, and he says, uncle, he says, I need to ask you a question. Very serious face. And I said, yeah, okay, what's up? And he says, tell me, is the zebra still under your bed? And I just burst out laughing. I was so amazed that he actually remembered all that. I love to watch children play as well. I live in apartments. Swimming pool down there. They got a cafe next to the swimming pool. I love sitting out the cafe, having my Nescafe Tari, watching the kids running around. They're either in the pool or running around outside the pool. They've got their own imagination and they've got their own games, and they're having so much fun. And I realized, I said, children just want to play. They don't care who they play with, as long as they get to play. So, when is it that a child suddenly starts realizing that there are other children of different races, of different colors? When does this concept about race set in with them? And I asked a friend, and the friend said, well, probably at school. And I said, no, I don't think so. I think it's much earlier. It's probably in the home. I'm not saying parents are racist. And parents, most of them are very nice people. But sometimes when we talk, we unconsciously mention the race. Hey, see the Indian guy on a motorbike. Or see how the Chinese guy holds a badminton racket. Or let's go over to that Malay restaurant. And suddenly, children pick up on this, and they hear adults talking, and they start realizing that they're different races, And then, I guess as they get older, certain prejudices set in, and the stereotyping of races and so on, and that's not good. I wish adults would stop doing that. I wish we would just say, hey, look at the guy on the motorbike, or look how the guy holds the badminton racket, or let's go eat at that restaurant. Without any mention of a race. Let's not have this racism set in, because racism, not a good thing. Again, as my t-shirt says, racism is so yesterday, and it is. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Sayonara, Jagamara.